Since time immemorial, science and technology have been changing our lives. From the humble wheel to the steam engine, computers, smartphones, and many more inventions have not only helped us improve the way we live, but also made our lives simpler and easier. In today's video, we will talk about some of the top 10 emerging technologies that will change the world. Let's get started. Number 10. 3D printing. What if you could print food or bones, or what if you could make your own phone cases and design your own jewelry all by yourself? 3D printing allows you to make a physical object by using a simple digital model. It works with the help of multiple thin layers of a particular material. You can now bring a digital model on your computer to life by simply adding your material of choice layer by layer. This is not just environmentally friendly, but also cost-effective. 3D printing has simplified the building of products that earlier seemed too complex. 3D printing is currently being used in several sectors, from healthcare, aerospace, automotive, jewelry makers to artists, architects, fashion designers, and even the food industry. Number 9. Green funerals. The greenhouse effect has not only polluted the air, but is also heating up the Earth's surface. Moreover, many species of animals are on the verge of going extinct. Funerals also play a major part in this. Bodies that are buried release methane when they decompose. On the other hand, bodies that get cremated release harmful gases like mercury and dioxin. Embalming fluids is another major contributor to damaging our environment. The chemicals slowly work their way into the soil and underground water. To bring solutions and make it a more sustainable process, green funerals are taken into consideration. Green funeral is a process where the body is placed in a biodegradable coffin, which can be built using bark, soil, straw, and even other compounds that will naturally decompose. In a month, the body is reduced to the soil, which then can be used for gardening and planting trees. These funerals are cost-effective as well. Number 8. Self-healing living concrete. You get a crack in your ceiling, and what do? You get someone to repair it, or you do it yourself. Both processes are time-consuming and costly. Concrete can get cracked very easily. If not fixed, it can lead to serious accidents. Scientists and engineers have developed an invention that will change the future of construction. Self-healing concrete. This was built with bacteria that can survive in concrete by microbiologist Henk Jonkers, a professor at Netherlands Delft University. The bacteria stays alive for up to 4 years without any oxygen or food, thriving in the concrete's high alkaline environment. When a crack forms in the concrete, these bacteria come alive and heals the crack within a week. This invention is expected to revolutionize the way buildings and roads are constructed without worrying about immediate repairs. Number 7. A VR-enabled workplace. What if you want to build the perfect work-from-home setup but didn't have the space for it? Or do you want a bigger screen, less clutter, and more customization? Well, this can help. Virtual reality has usually been connected to gaming or recreational activities, but you can now work using virtual reality environment. Just pop on a really good VR headset, a keyboard, and a trackpad, and you're all set. The VR headset not only lets you set up large screens, but also allows you to have a completely organized and clutter-free work table. Of course, it would take some time to get used to typing without looking at your keyboard, while the headsets today are heavy and not built for prolonged use. If this becomes a reality, we can expect lighter and more easier-to-use models. Number 6. Floating farms. It is said that by 2050, due to population growth, the world might go into a food crisis. So, to find a way to feed everyone, scientists came up with a solution called a floating farm. A floating farm is a farm made over water bodies. The first one was made in Rotterdam, the Netherlands, by Peter and Minkie van Windergen. It focuses on dairy farming and produces 211 gallons of fresh milk each day from 35 cows. They're planning to increase the number of cows to 40. Layla Clark, the brain behind the floating farm, came up with this idea in 2018. She and a few other students from the University of Sussex came up with an idea of using the principle of condensation. While the raft is afloat on the sea, water vapor rises through its middle and cools down to become fresh water inside its dome. This then drops from the raft sides and waters the crops growing inside the containers around the edge. Bijoy Kumar, a farmer from Bangladesh, also built a floating farm which stands knee-deep in water. Number 5. Human hibernation pods. This year, Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos already showed us the future of space travel. Let's talk about human hibernation pods. Boxes that can help us travel to space but without using too many calories and energy. How cool is that? Individual pods will be used to put each astronaut into hibernation. These tiny cabins, which can house a well-fed human in an unconscious state. NASA scientists are actually working on this for future longer missions. The concept of the pod is that the pods will have a soft shell, which will then get cooled down and become completely dark during hibernation. Everyone in hibernation is expected to retain their body density and bone mass, and once it is over, they will be given 21 days to recover from any side effects. Number 4. Exoskeleton. Have you ever wondered how you feel wearing Iron Man's suit? Well, we have one for you, almost. An exoskeleton is a power suit that is expected to change a lot of lives. This suit is designed to give people superhuman strength and is currently being developed. Still, there are many ethical questions being asked about whether it should be made at all and how it should be used. As the name suggests, an exoskeleton is a frame anyone can wear to support their body, either to help them overcome an injury or make them even more powerful by increasing their natural capacities. The frame is powered by electric motors and has limbs that give the wearer more strength, a lot of movement, and higher endurance. Right now, MIT's biomechatronics lab researchers are working on exoskeletons that will work in far better harmony with the body. Number 3. Flying cars. Traffic can be really annoying. It makes us wonder if having a flying car would make life easier. Imagine not getting late for work because they will just fly through without any hassle. Well, guess what? Flying cars will make your dream come true. This car will be your personal car and aircraft. Manufacturers believe that this car will be cheaper and a lot safer than a helicopter, and there are even manufacturers who have already started making these cars. These cars are even capable of being driven on the road. Moreover, it's even eco-friendly. With this innovation, city life can change drastically. We might even get to see rooftop garages soon. To drive this car, one needs to get a flying permit license. In July 2021, the first air car, which was developed by Klein Vision, was driven by Stefan Klein, the founder. It was a flight between two cities in Slovakia, which took 35 minutes. The future is here. Number 2. Living robots. How many of you have always wanted to get a robot to do all your housework so that you can just laze around? Imagine a robot going grocery shopping or getting your favorite ice cream from the fridge. Wouldn't that be awesome? But imagine a combination of living beings and robots. Last year, Michael Levine and his team from Tufts University in Massachusetts created a robot named Xenobots by using the stem cells from the embryo of an African frog, which then formed into a spheroid structure after a little bit of modification. A few days later, some cells differentiate to produce cilia that are tiny hair-like growths, which move in a specific way. Scientists are not exactly calling it a robot but calling it a living programmable organism. As these bots are created from cells, they eventually break down, which makes them biodegradable. The scientists hope that these xenobots can be used for biomedical and environmental applications. Number 1. Vacuum tube time travel. Remember the Jetsons cartoon where people could travel miles and miles in seconds through tubes? This is just that. For a long time, science fiction has inspired real-life technology, and vacuum tube transports are one of these concepts that will soon be brought to life. And of course, Elon Musk is involved in this. A couple of years ago, the Tesla CEO announced that he could build a tunnel to transport people. He wants to build something that is at least 4 times faster than a bullet train. We mean much faster than an aircraft. Elon's calculation actually said that one could go from Manchester to New York in only 4 hours using this vacuum tube. The technology would use an electric turbo compressor with an initial thrust using an electromagnetic pulse. Don't worry about sonic booms, as the pod will be designed to move just under the speed of sound. Estimated to cost about $6 billion, the design is said to be very challenging. This is still a far-fetched dream, and even the permits and security measures have not been thought of yet. With these inventions, we will surely get to see a future that we only saw in movies, cartoons, and series. Hope this video astonished you as much as it did to us. Give us a like and share to spread the word of a new future. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.